Hey guys, my name is Elias and this is my 2014 Toyota 4runner Trail Premium. When I first bought this car, I've had it for about a month and a half now, was honestly the biggest complaint was the audio system. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably feel the same way as well. From the paper speakers to the on-tune, whatever the hell it was called, factory radio that they had in here was just absolutely terrible. I think my phone screen was bigger than the actual screen of the radio itself. So I see a lot of guys on the forums, you know, say how much they hate it and that they're thinking about getting that Chinese T8 or T9. Well, the T8 is a known fact, it's terrible. T9, I heard good things about it, but it also costs a lot of money too. I think it's like $575 American, so to us Canadians it's like 800 bucks. So I absolutely did not want to do that. I ended up going this route with a Pioneer with Android Auto built in. I had this deck already from a previous car which I sold when I bought this, so I just moved it over. So I just have to get the dash kit, all the wiring harnesses, and all that good stuff. I just want to give you guys a quick tour of it, and you know, maybe help you decide. Even there was no cutting of factory cables and none of that stuff. It was all plug and play when you buy the proper harnesses. I'm also using the adapter for the USB, so that's plugged into my phone there to run Android Auto, as you see here. So this is a Pioneer MVH AV251 BT. This cost me when I first bought it about a year ago now, about 400 bucks Canadian, so maybe like 300 bucks for Americans. And honestly, it's been a pretty solid deck. It sounds good. No complaints at all. I think it like froze up on me once or twice, nothing crazy, which is expected with technology. I do have the Maestro RR in here as well, so steering controls all work. I bought the proper harness and everything like that for that Maestro RR to plug and play as well. So steering wheel controls all work. Also, so up and down just like before is your next and previous track. When you press the arrow left and right, so when you press right, you get like an information screen about your car. So we got like coolant, page 2, transmission. So like the two most important things honestly to me are coolant and transmission. A more accurate reading from the ECU, that kind of stuff. Also, so if you just press the same button again, it takes you back to the previous screen, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to like hit exit and go back to where you were. And then if you press the left button, there's another screen it gives you as well. So it shows you voltage. If you have a check engine light, you can check the code right on the deck, which is really cool. This is also a nice feature, the Tpms. It actually shows you what your PSI is for every tire and tire temperature. If you ever get like a warning that a tire is low, you'll be able to tell exactly which tire it is. But enough with that. I mean, those are kind of gimmicky. Honestly, the Maestro is more for the steering wheel controls more than anything, and the fact that it retained my factory camera. So just put it in reverse. As you can see, my camera is working great. I didn't need a step down for this. If you buy another harness that's not part of the Maestro, if you don't get the Maestro, if you just buy like an actual camera harness for it to make it work with aftermarket deck, you need a 6-volt step down from 12-volt for that camera. For some reason Toyota used a 6-volt camera, but again with the Maestro you don't need that step down. It's literally plug and play. It costs a little bit more, but it's a lot less mess, let's put it that way, for wiring all that stuff. So again, we have full-blown Android Auto, which is really cool. You can control a lot of stuff from here. Anything you can do from your phone voice assistance, you can do that from here as well. Even if you press this button here, it actually works. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so navigation works, audio works, Spotify. But yeah, so that's kind of the cool things. Also, the next thing I did after I installed the deck, I installed my phone mount, and I actually installed it behind the panel. That was kind of my biggest pet peeve with this dash kit, was, I mean, it did look better before with the big knobs and all that stuff. I did really like that. It was really convenient and easy to use. You know, you can not be looking at it, just turn the knob and have volume, all that stuff. But I mean, just overall, that was like literally the only good thing about that deck was the buttons. So I don't really like the look of this, just the big thick plastic, and there's nothing there. So what I ended up doing was I ended up putting the actual phone mount, just a magnet, circle magnet, behind the plastic. It's thin plastic, right? I put it behind there, and my phone, thankfully, just mounts right on there. Perfect. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's not too loose. But yeah, so that's the first thing I did. Those two things, and then I ended up replacing all the speakers because, again, terrible quality stuff. In the fronts, I went with 6x9's Hertz speakers. And in the two rear doors and the hatch, I did JBL. Okay, well, thanks for checking out this video. If you do like it, and if you hit that thumbs up and all that good stuff, just for me to get an idea, because I do plan on doing like a mod build walk around type thing about this car. Again, I've only had it for a month and a half. I have done quite a few things. If you guys are into that, I can definitely you know, show my progress and do some DUIs and all that stuff. And yeah. So thanks again for watching this, and hopefully gave you some ideas, some inspiration, and we'll see you on the next one.